Yeah, the Void I think is something that could be really good, but also could be rough. They've got Legion Commander as a lockdown solution, which will be very effective against a lot of heroes. But it kind of feels like a Doom to me. It's like I want everybody to get dueled this game on the Quincy Crusade, except for maybe like Tiny or Viper. Everybody else though definitely need to die. But Whisper has a history of doing exceedingly well in his offlane roles, so who knows? Maybe he'll have a really good game. But they don't have the best disable on the Beast Coast side. Maledict is really good this game, I guess. If they are hard to kill, having Maledict against Tiny, against Viper, against Void Spirit can be really good. That could be solid.
We've got a lot of good things going on here. I think it's very scary when you consider Quinn's on the Void Spirit, but you've got Schofield, who's very well known for being able to separate team fights and make a lot of things happen. You know, Mr. 10K himself there. Oh God, Whisper, why does he do this? Why is he like this?
I haven't painted a river in about 5 years myself, so if I was in a game, I would do the same thing. I just haven't figured out how to paint the river yet. Someday I'll figure it out, and I'll finally get use of my battle pass.
You just click it.
Click what?
Oh my God! All right, well,
I don't see what
I'll make you a guide bird.
Okay.
But now you know, a lot of this is gonna come down to, you know, how well the tempo gets set. I mean, I love Lelis. I think he's incredible, but Viper is not typically the hero that you see him shine on. In fact, they're already making a lot of moves against him, and it's looking like possibly going to be our first blood. Schofield should be next to fall here, but damage is done on Chris Luck with the tip already. All right, boys, calm down. Calm down. It's just the first blood.
So let's talk about why offlane Viper is not a very good hero typically. They've got him in a tri lane, so it's going to be a little bit safer. But usually you don't want to play Viper in the offlane because you have to run a very long distance to get back to like a tower. Oh, he gets the bash on the courier. That was disgusting, actually. So Viper basically needs lane stability. He's so slow that if you're far away from the tower, it's pretty easy to get punished. That part can be really rough. But having Viper against Spectre is traditionally pretty good. It's not as good as it used to be because Nether Toxin cooldown is a lot longer. But it can work decently well. You also don't have the best damage on Viper either, so you can have some last hitting problems sometimes in the lane. Could cause issues.
Yeah, like I said, you know, there's a lot of reasons why the Viper is not, you know, super awesome during the laning phase. I understand why they picked it up, but Lelis is just one of those people that, like, he really shines when you give him a hero that's going to have high impact with AoE stuns or something with, like, team fight ability. And this, again, great player, but I'm not sure if this is using him to the best of his abilities.
Very easily could be, like, something that they're comfortable doing, but they just pick early to hopefully basically like play into their opponent's draft. Like they're going to try to pick around Viper, they're going to put in the off lane, and it's going to be different than what they expect. Maybe they get a lane advantage out of it. Laning it with Tiny is pretty good though, because it does give them some good burst damage. Viper can amplify the Tiny's damage. Tiny can throw them back and get more poison attacks off too. But with 3 heroes here, it's still pretty dangerous, and Viper has to do a lot of careful movement.
That's looking pretty good right now. The moves coming out from MSS and Lelis, so they'll find themselves killed. And they have the vision too. Interesting that they decide to play that far up.
Yeah, that was a little surprising actually. All right, what's Viper bot first? Wraithband or something? Boots. Okay, good choice. In the offlane, it's going to give him a lot more movement speed. Courier.
Oh no! There goes the courier. They get a couple bounces here over on Lelis, but they do have to be careful. MSS waiting nearby with that toss.
Still committing to the tri-lane, which keeps Whisper in the offlane, but considering that he started off in this 1v1, he's pretty comfortable right now. Looks like MSS lost his clarity potion, but okay.
Chris Luck. And a lot of damage over here on Quinn. Needs one more hit. Does have that assimilate though. He's gonna duck behind his own tower. The rotation coming out from MSS. I'm sure he would love to toss him behind the tower, but there's not much that Quinn can do if that happens. Oh, look at Schofield. What the kill?
He really wants to kill. Happy for Chris Luck that he gets to play more conventional mid hero though. A lot of the matches we watch for them, he's got to play Slark mid or Rubik mid or some other stuff that doesn't really work very well. Now with his consistent hero, he can not be punished naturally and get off to a much better start in this match. He's gonna force a regen, yeah.
This is Chris Luck's favorite hero, I believe. He's known for his TA playing, but His SF is apparently the favorite thing that he plays. Stinger putting out a bit of damage. They'll stun him up. Schofield coming in, just making sure that they can get this kill. So it's not the fairy fire, but I believe the final tick coming down here. Yeah, Stinger will collect. MSS is here though with the avalanche. The toss though not going to land. And the Beast Coast Visor, they're in good spirits today.
Yeah. MSS wasting a lot of mana there with that toss back. Even if he did toss back, I don't know if he would have done that much damage. But still stabilizing the lane for the Spectre. They've got 24 last hits, not as many as UR does on the other side of the map. 32 last hits on Faces of Void right now.
He's got a 100% win rate over 7 games.
Yeah.
Here in this tournament.
That's
good. So good.
We haven't been seeing too much Void. Probably been
it's not a decent amount.
But it's been a couple days, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's like enough where you like forget that it's one of the best heroes, you know?
The days are all starting to bleed together after a while, to be quite honest. We've seen so much Dota. But yeah, you are definitely holding his own in this bottom lane. Whisper doesn't seem too bothered by it though. And again, it's gonna come down to, you know, getting that 6 online fast for Whisper and then performing some of these ganks and putting the pressure on the map. But it is nice to see Chris Luck not getting hung high and dry, usually in that mid lane. They usually sacrifice him pretty hard, but this time they're putting a lot of resources trying to protect the Viper, and you have SPG moving over, but not the greatest hero for gank potential, right?
It's not amazing. It can be really good against Shadow Fiend, because if you like try to commit to fighting, then they'll have to cast a lot of raises, and you got a lot of amplified damage then, or extra damage. All right, and here they go. They're gonna fight for the rune.
All right.
Should be a curse here.
Yeah, it's not even there either. MSS getting the Invisirone on the top part of the river, but again, not the largest amounts of damage right now. And they do... I think Schofield saw him pick it up, so...
Yeah,
they don't have any sentries.
If Voidspirit has 6 there, that's probably Shadow Fiend dying. So, good for him that he's winning the lane. He's able to actually check the runes. Hector net worth equal to the Faces Void. Once again, no Wraith Band for him, but yeah, I don't think Tiny's gonna get a kill up there. He's got a toss back. Got Schofield killed in the mid lane. Here's the toss back.
Toss back over onto Lelis, drops another Toxin. Stinger's taking a lot here. Follow up with the Avalanche, that should be a dead Stinger. Hector just gonna walk away. Chris Luck though getting ganked over in the mid lane. Yoar shows up. They ended up using the Chrono for that too.
Okay.
No one expects the safe laner to gank the mid lane.
Yep, but against SF, it's one of the big weaknesses of the hero. It's just your roster survivability is just not that high, so you get punished.
Yeah. But I mean, again, who expects the Faceless Void to rotate and go behind your tier 1, right?
Yep.
Seems a little crazy.
It's very possible that they read it as like, oh, Legion has 6, they're fearing a gank, so...
Nope.
See, once again, they're just killing the Viper a lot. This pressure is... Like, his net worth is okay. It's equal to where Chris Luck is right now, but it's also really tough to play in the offlane role. Like, you can catch up on Viper, but he's so much of a tempo setting hero. You like go to your lane, you get your levels, you buy a couple items, then you go to a lane and push a tower basically with help from your allies and hope that they fight into you. It's usually how this works, but when you're playing from behind like this, it's gonna be a lot harder to feel relevant in the fights.
There's a Haunt coming out. Who's getting attacked?
He's coming back to lane probably because he's a greedy player. He didn't do it. Okay. I expect, so he TP'd back, I assumed to heal, and then he haunted, and I was like, it's Hector. He's just teleporting back to the safe lane, but then he didn't relocate.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they thought there was going to be more of an opportunity?
But he definitely should have shown up. Maybe he's worried about dying, I guess. It's like, oh, he wanted to go top, and he checked the relocate, and he's like, oh, that's 3 heroes that are dangerous, so now I regret this, and he, to be safe, ends up just walking in the jungle instead. That's my guess.
Okay.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, he's back to hitting creeps now, doing what Hector does best, but there's also a Mask of Madness completed now for Faceless Void, so Yoar is doing quite well here. Top of the net worth currently. And hasn't seemed to have too many problems. I'm surprised that Whisper's being so stagnant.
I get the worry.
To make more.
But he's getting a lot of farm right now.
True. All right, Yoar makes the rotation. Should be able to get a kill over onto Schofield. I'll turn back around. The slow over onto Stinger, followed by the Avalanche. That's Lelis getting a double kill. And he manages to survive that malediction, too.
Yeah, no corrosive skin either, but he ends up surviving. Okay. Well, if he goes like Mech Greaves build, then his hero is going to feel a lot more relevant because then he can just focus on being tanky, which Viper does naturally. Good gank here.
Over on the mid lane, over onto Chris Luck. Whispers here, though. He's looking for a duel. Finds SVG. They're going to go right on in. They have the race damage. That should be the first duel victory. Quinn's still here, though. He still wants this. They know that they don't have anything else to hold him into place now. Is going to use the Aether Remnant. More TPs are coming out. MSS coming around the corner, though, with the Avalanche. Toss up into the air. Chris Luck, he's going to get taken down by Quinn. Quinn, though, now getting bonked up here. There's a lot of creeps over behind the tower. He gets the Malediction on him. I don't think they'll be able to get the kill, but now MSS running away. Schofield burning a little bit of that mana. Isn't able to quite grab him. Whisper turning back is gonna get tossed right back over here onto Quinn again, but he's a little bit low. That might have been a mistake, but in comes Yawar with the Chronosphere, and he's got so much damage already. Stinger trying to save them. They get a couple nice bounces with the Spoken up, but Schofield not looking too healthy. He's gonna get taken down too. So Stinger, the lone survivor here of that mid fight, and because Ektor went with the Haunt earlier, he wasn't able to join.
A little costly for sure. I don't know if they were going to be able to kill any of their heroes because Quincy crew did play so good in that re-engage. Like jumping back in on the Shadow Fiend was perfect, especially with Tiny wrapping around like that. They bought enough time, and now 3 points, another Toxin for Viper actually. I don't know if I've seen a Viper not get any points in Corrosive Haze up into this phase of the game, but it's a better chance of getting a kill, I guess, especially if they stack the stuns or they don't stack the stuns. He's probably going to want to have a toss, but maybe he just wants to let Viper do more damage. Here they go.
There it is, the Avalanche, the toss, right back into the Nether Toxin, and then Quinn joining in. Whisper wants his kill. Look at it, he's trying to get past all of these creeps. He's like, come here, Lilith, I want this. He's gonna just chase after him. It's a beautiful Aether Remnant, though, from Quinn. He'll protect him. In comes Stinger, hoping maybe he can throw out that cask, but they've already left. Schofield throwing out the vision, trying to cancel out any sort of healing over on Lilith. He doesn't manage to do it, though. MSS hot on his heels. Yawar finds a kill on Chris Luck while this is going down.
Chronosphere, maybe? Trying to kill Curry. Oh, come on,
does manage
guys.
to get one. Can he get another?
Come on.
Schofield,
Come on,
he
guys.
wants it
Back
so
over your
bad.
damn Currys.
10k player here, Schofield. Assassinator of couriers, but he's out. Doesn't even have hook shot yet. He's just puking.
So what's really cool about that gank, other than the fact that I have not seen that before, the old Viper Tiny gank at this point, he puts another Toxin down right away, so that starts ramping the damage up. Does more damage the later on that it is, kind of like Static Storm.
I feel like MSS has been chasing Schofield for like 2 minutes now. They'll finally get this kill. There's no way they don't, but that's a lot of hate for this little robot. Does manage to get the intelligence though on SVG as well.
And back to farming. Now that we've just watched them go in this wild goose chase, they actually thought chase started where bot tier 1 or something.
Yep.
God, no, it was the Radiant jungle actually. You know, it was about there.
A little bit further up. Sorry, my bad.
All
right, well, both the man, is this the purple hero meta or what? Faceless Void, Void Spirit, Spectre. Witch Doctor too, I guess, technically. Not that, you know, that one doesn't matter as much, but Yawar's just having the time of his life. 6.2k net worth, 5.4 over on the Void Spirit. And Ektor doing the best he can, but doesn't feel like he's had any breathing room. You are just jumping right on in, followed up with the Void Spirit. Who's gonna get the final hit though? Who's gonna get the kill here? And it looks like, oh, Whisper though, jumping in. He wants to get this duel, but he's not gonna be able to have it. That's gonna be the global silence thrown out, allowing them to escape.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Global silence not valuable there, unfortunately. I don't even think the duel would have been good. I don't see them killing Void Spirit with right click. That's not true actually. If he does get the duel off, they would have been Maledict ulti, so he would have died. Okay. Maybe a ping issue, honestly. It was close enough where it could have been one of those things where they thought they were going to be able to get the silence off and get the duel.
Dire's bottom tower is under
What is
attack.
Chris Luck
Rough to lose that. It's keep in. Let's look at the scoreboard for a sec. 14-4. It's supposed to be a one-sided game, but Beast Coast is still farming really good.
Yep. Chris Luck was very close to getting ganked there. Whisper though, following up. Do you like the drum pickup first for the Legion Commander? Or would you have preferred to see something like a Blink?
They kind of accomplish similar things, but drum is just more safe. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get as many dual kills, but having movement speed, having mana regen, having the ability to surge in team fights is just really good. grabs DD while he
there's-
bottles here. He was worried about getting of them going on Chris Luck, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
Radiant's top tower.
I don't know if I'd say it was good, but there was definitely some thought behind it. It is weird to see two
God, I
haunts
hope
with no
so.
jump though, because
I hope there was
that could
thought
be
behind it.
yeah, because that could be him getting in fights instead, you know.
All right. Well, an invasion's
take
coming
it
out
there.
now from the side of
How close is he
Quincy.
to Rub?
Dire's
What's he
turret
buying on?
Has been killed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. There was nothing on it, so that's very, very lucky. Whisper, though. Oh, the Chronosphere on too. Immediately make the jump over onto Chris Luck. They've got the Aether Remnant. They'll grab him up. Lala over on the back lines here. Stinger getting off the ultimate, but Lala's joining in the fight. Is going to try to slow down this Legion Commander. She wants the kill on Quinn. She wants the dual damage. She doesn't quite have it. Taking a lot of damage, though. Back off. SPG's looking like he could be a duel, but MSS still hunting Whisper. Do have the 15-minute runes up, so they're going to try to snap those up at the very least. You are still hunting, though, hoping that he can get a grab on someone. Whisper, realizing I don't think that I want to go anywhere near that Faceless Void. Maybe I can juke, break some ankles here in the tree line. MSS, he looks a little lost in the woods there. They do manage to go and find him with that spell. They have the Avalanche, and this is going to be a dead Whisper. Boop.
Dude, it looked like they had map packs, didn't it? Like MSS was like went the one way, and he was like, nah, he's going north. I can feel it. You know, they knew exactly where he was going to juke to. That was sick.
It looked good.
So, but still, the net worth is actually even still. Hector's hitting creeps rapidly as he does. Legion has been farming well. Shadow Fiend has been farming well. So despite being behind by 11 kills, they're aiming for the late game. There is still pretty good late game for Quincy crew. Having like Tiny support is great. Silencer support is great. All of those cores match up pretty decently this game too. But at least like tempo-wise, it doesn't feel as good. They have to play against Chronosphere, Void Spirit ganks, Tiny combos. It's a little scary.
It's not an easy game, that's for sure, but it wouldn't be as entertaining if it was an easy game, right?
That's true. I had to think about it though.
That was not.
I was like, it is fun to watch people be stomped.
Double
Alright,
damage
Radiance.
in though, and the Radiance, right? So Beast
But
Coast,
no
they're gonna
haunts.
go for an invasion. No haunt, correct. Whisper has the blink dagger though. If they can grab Quinn, I think they'd be very happy. Chris Luck standing on the high ground. Quinn, it's almost like he's
They
got
need
this
a ward.
preternatural sense.
That's what a lot of players do. They know approximately where people were. They know when it's a good time to smoke. They've got some vision.
Whisper, getting ready, jumps in with the blink. There's gonna be the global silence, so all that Chris Luck can do is hit, but he's not able to hit at all because he's just gonna immediately get stunned up by MSS. Lela's turning back around, draw right back in again. Chris Luck, he's trying whatever he can, and then comes Exor. They'll still be able to go. They get the kill over onto Chris Luck. Lelis will be next to fall, but this Radiance is doing some massive amounts of damage now. They'll go in back for the chase. Hookshot comes through. They'll go and haunt around. Hector not wanting to go in any further. He almost has his eyes over here onto Quinn. They will be able to get the kill. So they end up losing Chris Luck. They end up losing the Witch Doctor, but they do manage to take down 3 on the side of Quincy.
Okay, I'm surprised the fight went so good for Beast Coast considering the start. Like the duel was not going to be successful enough. Global Silence interrupted that. Then SF went for a Yules into a Requiem play, but the last word ended up proccing at that moment, so he ended up losing his ulti being channeled. But I think what was kind of crucial was when Void Spirit jumped in to finish off Chris Luck, he ended up being really close to SF's ulti, Death ulti, and took a lot of damage from that, which kind of ended up winning the rest of the fight there and helps with Spectre. They do take the tower afterwards, but not too bad for Beast Coast.
I mean, the scarier side of this is that Faceless Void still has the Chronosphere. MSS, the toss right back over to Yuar. He's got a lot of damage. Oh, the Chronosphere comes out, but he is going to get held into place, so they're going to have to try to go and kite some damage off to the side. Chris Luck just walks away. He's going to try to help out Schofield, but just too much poison damage. When finding Chris Luck, ooh, this feels really bad because the rest of the side of Quincy is close by. Starts reeling up there for the Requiem of Souls. Manages to go get it off. There's going to be the heal, though, being pushed out here by Whispers. The rest of Beast Coast will surround Chris Luck and try to protect him. MSS, though. Hector. Waves hello. Just chilling.
Radiant's bottom tower is
No
under
Chronosphere is up. Schofield starting, trying to just lock him into place. Stinger waiting nearby. MSS though lurking at the tree line. Schofield might have bitten off more than he can chew here. Like the Voodoo Restoration comes out from Stinger immediately. He's like, oh god, I don't want this. Aether Remnant comes out, and that's a dead Schofield. Stinger running for his life. He's had this voodoo restoration on for I don't know how long now. Turn around with the death ward. Whisper wants this duel. Can they get in there fast enough? The global silence comes out really quickly, and this is not looking good for Whisper. He's just left high and dry. He is gonna get taken down. Quincy crew.
That was a really cool way to get vision for the duel, at least, but unfortunately they're not able to follow up. A Stinger's skill build really atypical too. 2 cask, 2 melodic, 3 heal, just because he knows that if they can survive through some of the burst damage, then they can win these fights with their better DPS carries, basically. The more time Radiance has to tick, the better for them. But game's still pretty equal. He's doing a nice job. Greaves is up for Viper, so the Viper is going to feel relatively strong, at least in the sense that he's difficult to kill and he can protect his allies. The armor aura is really good too. Having mech carriers is a really nice advantage in the game right now.
For sure, especially the way that they're constantly running at them. It feels like every time Quincy crew goes in for a fight, they're able to do some sort of objective on top of that. So the pressure is on for Beast Coast, 100%. But at the same time, they do have a pretty decent late game plan, if they can reach there though. And the way that MSS has just been showing up everywhere with Quinn makes that very difficult. Even Yuar too, he has been so active on the space.
Yes, he's done a really 5-0-10. It's excellent. It's like the best way to win Dota is to get everybody in your team into the match, especially if they have big team fight ultimates. You can't like pick carry void and sit back and farm the whole time. You should be getting Chronosphere kills occasionally. This is the only thing going really bad for Beast Coast though, is the lack of dual damage on Legion. He's been moving around trying to get dual kills, setting things up, but he's had some issues. Blade Mill will help a lot. It'll really give him a good chance at killing Face's Void, but BKB now on Void is going to counter that.
Feels like a very fast BKB. I guess on the flip side of that, right, you've got the duel, you've got the hook shot, and also if you get your BKB too early, it can come back to bite you in the butt if you're not able to get things done fast enough. But they'll find Hector here, toss up into the air. They've got so much damage, plus the silence, the dead Spectre. And a little more in for SPG.
Took them doing, but yeah, they managed to kill him. That's one of those moments where he sits back and farms in a safe place. His team goes looking for an engagement or farming across the map, and very wisely they smoked to the spec. They didn't anticipate it. Gets cleaned up. That's a tier 2 tower. Now they can take the outpost and really control the top half of the map. And after getting that kill and taking the outpost, it's really hard for Beast Coast to contest Roshan, actually. They're going to have to TP or run a very long way.
Blade Mill's finished now here for the Legion. We've got a Yule Scepter over on Schofield, so someone gets Chronosphere and not of it. Oh, you are going on in there with the big boy Chrono, the BKB. He gets himself 2 kills here, and he's looking for Stinger. There's the global silence. Chris Luck somehow just gets chewed up in the bottom lane. And you are, all right, maybe want to back off a little bit, you are. They've got the ultimate coming out here. Hector deciding, okay, I don't think I really want to be here. There's too many on the enemy team, so.
Man, they're just doing everything they want across the map. If that duel goes off before Void presses BKB and Chronospheres, completely different fight.
That was so close.
But just a fraction too slow.
TPs are coming out though. They want to fight this. Stinger throws out the cast immediately, gets a couple of these nice bounces, plus the haunt. They chase after Lelis. You are just gonna have to run away. They don't really have the lockdown just yet, but they'll turn back around with the Viper Strike. MSS with a beautiful avalanche, just tossing them right back in again. Poor Schofield has to run away from Yoar. There's so much damage. Oh no, Hector, he's silenced up again. Another kill here for Quinn. Couple of the bounces. Whisper trying to find this opening, trying to get in there, wants to go in for a duel. Gonna go grab up Quinn. Do they have the damage though? He's got the blade mail. It's looking pretty good. That's gonna be some dual damage, but the toss right back again over near SPG will turn around, put some more damage over onto MSS. Chris Luck on the back line though. It's not enough to kill Yuar. He's got the BKB. He's too strong. Now Schofield tries to run away. He's not even gonna be able to hook shot out even if he had it.
It was a bit of an overdive by Quinn, but I think it was necessary. Killing Spectre here is huge. Lowers net worth, trade out your gold, and Quinn's doing a great job keeping his net worth up, and that allows space for Yawar to be more survivable. Spectre is very good at killing the Viper as well. Having pure damage hit through, massive chase advantage. Keeping Spectre down is a big advantage, so worth trading your life.
Oh yeah. Can't escalate with your farm if you're not alive to hit. Just be a little careful though. They go into the Roche, but they don't have Chronosphere.
They don't even have good Roche hitters. This is the weakest thing about the Quincy crew draft. Their tower hitters are fine. Faces Void's good at that. But killing Roche, He's all right. Could be better.
Okay. Another scouting flare. Quinn's hunting over on the back lines.
So they know they're rushing. They walked in. They don't care. They
I'm
feel
worried, like, what
confident.
what do they do here? Nothing.
Steal.
Maybe
Aegis.
Schofield gets a cheeky... Oh, and the Ags just gets completed here on when the toss immediately silenced up to simulate. There's not going to be any stealing today.
Perfectly played by MSS. Instant toss back. And they end up taking it.
Yeah.
One nice thing is that all the bashes do work
Scan.
very well against Roshan. but
Radiant's top tower is
See if they
under
can catch him.
attack.
Yeah. MSS right between the two of them. Can't decide which one he wants. It's like two cookies there. Like he decides he wants Chris Luck. The taunt comes out, and Chris Luck, he's trying to run away. They'll go try to get that dispel off. It's not going to be enough. Whisper with the blade mail. He's just got to run for the hills, but MSS is everywhere he wants to be.
Dude, MSS is owning so hard. I also really appreciate that he's not using the Christmas tree immortal. That's just would, like I said, would feel wrong in August, but what a great initiation for him. And now SF has really shown the weaknesses. I don't think SF has BKB yet. If SF has BKB, that fight can be definitely different, but they're struggling a little too much.
Dark structures are fortified.
We just
Bit of
see
a
so
candy
many
kill
heroes
there.
dying. 31 kills.
Still more to go. Still more to kill. Quinn and MSS just rolling together. Nice Yules being used here by Schofield, anticipating that, but they still have the avalanche. They still have the toss. Schofield popping the battery assault, tries to slow them down just a little bit, manages to make it so that way Hector can walk away, and with the hook shot, he just saunters off. That's a
Dire's
sassy
bottom
little
tower
toaster.
is under attack.
He lives, I guess, but
He
still,
does, yes.
ultimate gets used. They buy time.
Dire's
Still
bottom
hitting
tower
creeps.
has
Lella's still accelerating. He's got Ags now. Ooh, I love this pickup, actually. Ags works really nicely in the sense that Viper doesn't have very much raw HP, and going just like strength type items won't be as effective typically because like he's not about right clicking. If he goes Ags, he gets all this raw HP, and he's also going to be more useful in the engagement. He can just ulti constantly. I haven't even seen an Ags Viper in a long time, but for an offlane position, it makes a lot of sense. Also increases cast range, so he can sit back and ulti literally any core, and he's going to be doing a lot for his team's chances of winning the fight.
Honestly, I feel like MSS just throws everybody that Viper wants to hit right to him. But, you know.
Does.
Oh, Chris Luck. Gonna try to wind up the global silence, though. They can turn this right back around again. They Chronosphere over onto Chris Luck.
Doesn't have mana
Stinger.
for Master Madness.
Doesn't have... Looks like they'll be able to save him. They've got the Voodoo Restoration. I'll throw out a cast. So Chronosphere is down. That is the saving grace now for Beast Coast. Schofield hook shots in. There's an avalanche, buys a little bit more time. Chris Luck joining into the fight here. There's gonna be the Yules again. Starts thinking about it, chasing after SVG. Ector just slowly chasing down the bump forward though here from the SS. He's trying to just take down Lelis faster, but you are jumping in on the back lines. He's getting so many dashes here. They finally take down Lelis, but they'll end up losing Chris Luck. Now you are just man fighting here with Ector, with Whisper, with Stinger, everyone. I'm not sure if he's gonna be powerful enough, but Quinn is here to back him up, so that's gonna be the Aegis popping. They need to do more damage, and they're all silenced up. Ector, he's gotta run away. MSS is just right in the right place, right time. They take down Ector. They should be able to take down Whisper slowly but surely, although he tries. And looks like Whisper is able to walk away, surprisingly enough. Schofield just trying to juke around, does not have the hook shot to try to run away. Gonna use the Yules though, buy himself some more time. You can see Whisper trying to get into position off here on the side, but they have the Aether Remnant. They'll drag him right back in again.
Void has still not died in this entire game, except for that Aegis one. But he fought to the death for that reason. Man, they're stabilizing a bit. A lot more heroes should have died in that fight. They cover each other very well. The Yules on Clockwork that he rushed is very effective towards trying to limit what Faceless Void can do, but Tiny's just been playing too well. Keeps finding these great moments where two heroes are grouped up doing tons of magic damage, and it just buys time and opportunity for his cores to finish off the enemy heroes.
MSS is just doing a fantastic job. He just knows exactly where to be at all the right times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, a little bit of quiet after, you know, how many kills on the board in 28 minutes? But
Octarine kind of cool on Viper too. He's already got the spell lifesteal item. Normally we don't see that picked up very often as an early thing because it's like the weakest part of Octarine arguably, but for Viper it's great. already has good spell lifesteal, so if he can keep himself alive with high ulti and nether toxin damage, it'll work well. And once he finishes Octarine, more lifesteal, lower cooldown on the ulti, which is already pretty low, he'll be able to throw out a lot of damage and be an effective counter against Spectre. So this is what they're doing. They're not just trying to play Viper the standard way. They had a build in mind that's going to make him a lot more effective against Spectre. And they got to pick Viper. After Spectre, they were prepped for this.
So are you liking the offlane Viper a little bit more now that you're seeing the
I refuse
plan?
to say I like the offlane Viper. I think the way they're playing Viper this game is very smart.
Okay,
I refuse to accept that offlane Viper is generally a good pick. Like if he doesn't break, like if he just breaks Spectre, their ability to kill that hero is so much better. That's basically the crux.
Silence placed on Legion Commander. They've got the Avalanche though, has the Blade Mail. It's just gonna be forced to pop and do as much damage because he knows he's dead here. Gonna try to go and fight a little bit longer. There's the Yules coming out into the Aether Remnant, and that's a kill on Whisper. But a bit more time, a bit more space, I guess, for the Spectre to do things. But oh no, Chris Luck, do you know how close you were to being solo chronoed? Yeah, he does now. Hookshot comes in from Schofield. It buys him a bit more time. They've got the Yules. Is he gonna be actually able to survive this? I'll be so shocked. Yovar has no mana left. Schofield, God! Burns up all of his mana. He's out. See you later,
he did that so well, actually. That was really... MSS tipped him, too. It was a little lucky
the game is breaking because it's so exciting.
Yeah. It was a little lucky that he was at the edge of the chrono, because then when he hook shots in, he doesn't end up getting stunned by the chronosphere. But perfect play. Hook shot in, Yules afterwards, mana drain the third for the third stun. Perfect play to save Chris Luck's life there. That was really cool.
Am I having a stroke, or is this just choppy?
The FPS looks normal to me.
Okay, my internet
So stroke
is...
probably. Do you want me to
I'm having a stroke, guys. Yeah, you do the play-by-play for now, because my, I can see slideshow.
The Void Spirit has gone in. He is killing all of the heroes. They are dead. Very dead. How's it? Is it good so far?
Yeah, I can kind of see things. It's not great, though. I see a BKB getting popped. I see Hector chasing after MSS, and it looks like he's going to be able to run him down. Yeah, something is wrong with my feed.
All right, I'll just solo cast the rest of the game. Hopefully it's 9 hours long.
Wait, we stabilized?
No, that's okay.
You want a
we don't need you
long
anymore.
game? I'll listen to a Purge ASMR hypecast. That sounds good. I've listened to 9-hour-long Purge patch notes, you know? I can appreciate that. Looks like I stabilized, though. Thank you, Purge. For taking over in my time of need.
I'll fill in. Yesel, I'm gonna need more money now after that.
Oh, no.
That was unnecessary work.
All right, well, that was a fight that went very well for the side of Beast Coast, it looks like, considering that there are 2 heroes that are dead, and I was able to catch some of that. The BKB is definitely coming in handy during it, and knowing that the Chronosphere was in fact down after getting the initiation bottom on Chris Luck. Uh-oh, Schofield.
Clock is actually so ownage, like, with his Yules pickup. He's dead here, but the fact that he bought Yules against a Void gives him so much advantage, actually. Because normally it's like you have no salvation. But even in that moment there where your ward jumps forward, I'm like, oh, he's got options. Whereas normally you're like pretty limited. So that Yules rush as a clock was cool. I like it a lot. Very smart build.
I think oh man, I'm still thinking about that play in the bottom lane when they went after Chris Luck. Just like the perfect positioning with the cogs to help burn out mana, plus the Yules. That is a 10k player right there. Schofield got so much fun to watch him play. All right, well, 6k net worth lead going to the side of Quincy crew at 33 minutes in. So Beast Coast, not out of the game just yet. The later it goes, the more likelihood that they'll be able to bounce back and Alvaro won't be crying.
They are rolling in the kills right now still. Scotty finished on Spectre. It is quite good, though. Really good item to kill Viper, prevent him from running away. There's the Viper Strike DPS talent on Viper that we almost never see, but in this circumstance is really good. When you have Ags, you're going to be casting ultis more often. So it's going to do like 1,000 magic damage every ulti. Something insane.
No, the jump forward, though, again, over on the Legion Commander, there's the Blade Mail. Is going to get the break off, tries to go and dispel it, but they will be able to get the kill on Whisper. Chris Luck now hiding. Luckily has that Invis rune. Does see SVG, but knows there's plenty more people nearby, so it does have to be a bit careful.
Yeah, there's no detection on the Tiny. Didn't see if Silencer had one or not, but don't think he can get the solo kill here. Once again, Viper buying these raw tanky items that are going to work really good on the hero. Octarine is going to be nice. Probably Courier Snipe here. Nope, misses it. He's almost got his own Ags. Will mean for a lot more fear in these fights, which is really effective against a hero like Faces Void. But with that said, BKB is already up, so his chances of really interrupting the fight in that way is kind of low at this point in the game.
I do like some of the support choices, though. I believe I see a Halberd that was picked up on one of the supports on the side of Beast Coast. Yeah, the Witch Doctor picked it up. So.
It's a good item. Really good this game. Really good against Viper, really good against Void.
All right. Well, Chronosphere's up. I don't think that they could contest this. They actually walk out of the pit.
Yeah, yours a little low. It's kind of scary. Especially against like Clockwork and Duel and stuff. Things could go bad really quick. It's much easier to do it this way. Take a fight, jump, Chronosphere some guy, then take Rosh. And if you get buyback, so be it. Who cares? Delay your Rosh a little bit.
How much
But
longer
right
do we have
now,
that
Beast
double
Coast.
damage?
Do not know. That's
Okay.
still decent. 20 seconds.
Back in the pit. I think they can finish this up. East Coast on the move, though. Low show, Chris Luck.
Can we block it?
They're in the pit. The hook shot coming in from Schofield. He's in the middle of everyone here. Can they get the kill? The global silence comes out. The BKB Dire gets it. Yours snatches up the Aegis. And everything is just going in mayhem with a beautiful Chronosphere coming out from Yoar. He takes down one. He's looking to take down another one. Not going to be able to quite find it, though, as they'll be able to go take down Whisper. And they're just taking a bath in all of this Viper Nether Toxin. It's disgusting. That's a full team wipe for the side of Quincy Crew.
I was wondering why Spectre died so fast, but how can you fight in that pit against Nether Toxin? And crazily, he's got Octarine in this fight, so he's life-stealing an insane amount. And he's got Viper Fang, or oh my, Vampire Fangs, that's insane.
Yeah, look at that, it looks
Nether
good.
Toxin here.
Just drops
it
it down on the ground. Everyone's just stuck in that big old bubble. Look at SVG, he's so low, and he's just like collecting int, taking names, collecting int. He's a happy boy.
Another Nether Toxin, the break, all this magic damage. I mean, they stole the Roshan, so they got the gold, I think they got the cheese as well, but not getting Aegis was too much here. And Void wasn't even close to dying in this engagement. It's tough when the hookshot comes too early, you know? But he anticipated a little bit more damage. Ends up coming in a little bit late.
I think they miscounted the fact that, I don't know, there's just, Quincy's crew's got everything going on right today. They're looking real good. Not over yet, but definitely making a strong case for it. Schofield trying to be as annoying. He'll throw out the cast. Yours Courier does get killed during all of this, though.
Okay.
It's not going to be, I think that, what was that?
Satanic.
Oh, hook shot coming in hot from Schofield. They'll push back over here onto Lelis, but Yoar, he's here. Chris Luck with the BKB. It doesn't matter, though, because they've got their own BKB. They've got the bashes. They're just going to be chasing him down onto the back line. Whisper gets conjured right back in again. He's trying to keep Quinn alive. Quinn, though, going right back, and he gets a kill on Chris Luck. They'll jump forward again. This Nether Toxin doing work. This feels very bad right now for Beast Coast. A little bit more Toxin on the ground and a little bit of Dead Witch Doctor. The GG gets called. Wow. Holy cow.
Wow. Off lane Viper. No, I'm just kidding. They did such a good job with like tiny tosses back into Nether